Going on rugby clubs and finding a very special band of people, the type of people who did 20 years at a club. This is Mark Forster, and he joins people like John Joyner and John Holmes, and God willing, maybe even potentially, if I'm lucky myself in 2 or 3 years, or it's a bit of a way out, but it was a great achievement. It must have been brilliant to play for Warrington for 20 years.
Oh, it was a fantastic achievement. People say, would you like to play today? The crack that we had and the players that I met through my 20 years, I wouldn't swap anything. I wouldn't swap anything at all. And hopefully, Jamie, good luck to you that you make it and you can come to the 20-year club.
It was funny last year, went through a bit of a tough time at Leeds, and I was going to the game, and a fella come over and he says, "Oh, you signed lad's shirt?" So I bent down and I said to the little lad, I went, "Are you all right, pal?" He went, yeah. Went a little bit quiet and he went, "My dad said you should have retired last year." And then like, put him on the spot a little bit, but I'm going to try, God willing, I'll keep continuing. But give me some of your happy memories. Just talking to Andy Gregg there about Loaders Pool as a ground, you must have loads of good memories back there.
Oh, we had so many happy memories. Obviously, I led him out as a captain in my 400th game. We played Bradford, we scored an hat-trick, and Steve-O didn't like me, hated me, because I was a fast winger, and I could score, I could tackle, I could drive, and he gave Danny Farrer the man of the match, who'd been on like for 40 minutes of the game. So he gave Danny Farrer the man of the match. It's the Australians we've met. The late Brian Johnson, the late Greg Mackey, late Mike Gregory, Paul Derbyshire, but the ones we still keep in touch with, Les Boyd, Kevin Tameter, all the heroes, Jonathan Davis, Alan Bateman, the amount of players that you've played alongside and against, like yourself, you would have been a lot younger. I retired in 2000 and then went on to Widnes for a year, and then I just thought my body's had enough, and I'm still playing to this day now.
Good on you. If entropy didn't exist and you could carry on playing, do you reckon you'd still be playing now? You'd still enjoy it?
Yeah, I would. When we first went full-time for Super League, I spoke to my wife, sat my kids down and said, look, I'm going to give my joinery job up and I want to go full-time for 1 year. That's all I wanted. So if it went belly up, it didn't matter. The mortgage was still paid, things like that was paid, but we had a dietitian, we had a masseur, we had medical 24/7. So I think I got another 5 years out of it. And as we know, 20-year service, double testimonial.
Absolutely. Give me some tips. Give me some tips that'll get me through the next 2 years. When you start getting a little bit older, start getting a few knocks, few breaks, few tears and that, and you're thinking, do you know what, it might be just time. Have you got any tips from it to keep going?
Probably one of the ones that I had was a winger. Jason Roach was on the other wing, and he's a big lad. He played for Scotland when I played for Ireland, and we used to have what they call a drive-off. Whoever did as the most drives as a winger, the other one got a pint. So we were up to 19 drives for wingers. So I'd stay out of that field, don't go on the wing, and just treat every injury like it's a major one. I used to have little knocks, and I used to go and see the physio, and they go, "Oh, it's a dead leg," and I'll go, "I'm 38, it's more than a dead leg to a 38-year-old. Get it rubbed out and get me back on the field." And that was it. So it was treat every injury like a major one, because you know what it's like. A little knock, a bad elbow or a bad knee, it escalates. So I just looked after myself. To be fair, in the last couple of years I cut down on the drink because we were getting more professional then, and people started getting mobile phones to take pictures of us in pubs. So we had to give up the drink a little bit then, and that was it. Just look after your body, and your body will look after you.
Must be really gratifying to still be at Warrington doing a bit of work and mixing with those legends and old lads.
Oh, it's great. Like you say, we just had Martin Crompton, Andy Gregg up here. We've had Mike Nicholas, Bob Eccles. We've had Stephen Ratchford. Chris Hill should have been here. So I'm getting the old, the young, and the two young lads from Lee Miners and Widnes Moorfield, who Warrington are hoping to sign. So I'm seeing the future, the past, and also the present. It's fantastic.
Can Warrington do it tonight?
I think there's a lot of young lads on show. Sean Wayne's been saying I'm throwing young lads in, but the side he's got out, O'Loughlin's there, Luluai's there, there's a lot of old heads there, and I think it's time now, 5th game of the season, for the Warrington, the big guys, the big names to stand up and get it done. Gidley's back, that's always a great direction.
Well, I'll thank you very much for your encouragement and talking to us. Thank you.
Cheers, Jamie, thank you.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, Spec, the specialist power contractor to industry.